Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live AMA. If you have any questions, throw them in the YouTube live chat. If you're in game with us right now, head to the theater in Terravilla North. There is a portal that will take you right there for a small energy booster. And yeah, let's keep it farmer friendly. Have some fun today. Let me bring up Luke.
Everybody, I'm on my way to the theater right now. It's funny, I always forget to go in.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for this AMA. We've been prepping a lot over the last couple of months. Like, there's so much stuff that's been going on behind the back end, not just with like development of the game, but also a lot of biz stuff in the back end. And now next week is finally when we get to start releasing some stuff and getting ready for the next stages of growth of things at Pixels. And yeah, the next few months are going to be busy. We had like a bit of a content lull over the last few months as we're getting ready for these next stages. But now, basically what we're thinking about at Pixels is we're thinking about, finally getting ready for TGE and all the things that we need to do to make that happen. So we've been pretty transparent about like where we're at with all of that, what our priorities are in order to, actually make sure that we have a token that has, a good game behind it, that has like all the necessary pieces to like get us to that next level and still have legal compliance and still do things the right way. And yeah, we're basically onto that stage of like kicking off the growth in order to actually make this all happen. So we're super excited. We've been teasing some content that we're about to release, and right now release date is scheduled for next week. We'll cross our fingers, but it looks pretty good. We're ready to go on that kind of stuff, and then that really kicks off like what I'm considering our next push. So over the next 2 to 3 months, expect some fun in-game play with some promotions, some prize pools. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get re-engage some of our old users, and then also give you guys more content and more gameplay to kind of experiment with as well, in addition to the core game loop. So right now you guys are all playing the farming game loop, right? And you guys have been playing this for a long time. It's interesting because we actually do see pretty good long tail retention. Like some of our players here, and you guys know who you are. You guys are in the AMAs every single week. You guys have been playing this game for like almost a year now. We released Chapter 1 in November of 2022. November 17th was the chapter 1 release date. And we're getting close to a year. So one, I just want to thank all of you for being here for almost a year. That's actually insane. I think this is actually, I think August 30th is maybe when we did the Play the Airdrop campaign as well too. So it's coming up on the year of us starting that Play the Airdrop campaign. So some of you guys have really been grinding for like a year in this game. And yeah, I mean, just take a second and look at where we've come, over the last 2 years. We went from launching our first NFT collection and like moving into Web3 in late 2021 to early 2022. I think when we first announced our, what Pixels is and when Pixels actually came to be, I think the date I was looking back was October 7th, 2021, which is kind of crazy. I think we officially announced to the public what Pixels was like October 31st ish. But yeah, we're almost 2 years in the making here now. And since we've been in Web3, we've seen a lot of companies come in and a lot of companies die, which is, crazy. So it's awesome. And I'm so thankful to still be here standing with all of you and to prep for the next 2 years as well. So, I mean, what are the priorities for the next 2 years? We're already one of the biggest Web3 games. We have over 100,000 monthly active wallets. Typically on given months, and it's sitting at like about 50,000 to like 60,000 real unique monthly active users, which for Web3 is good. It's actually we're doing some of the best in Web3 when it comes to actual traction, but that's still not very good for Web2 numbers. So the next stage of what we're trying to do is we really want to get our token out because we think that's going to unlock the next elements of what we can actually do when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to all the interesting stuff with Web3 that we can do, and then that means really what I'm starting to think about as chapter 2. So, we've been putting in the work to make sure that we have like the pre-launch to chapter 2 as successful as possible. And that's what these next 2 to 3 months look like, essentially getting ready for what chapter 2 is. And how I kind of think of chapter 2 is 1, we want to start to introduce some new gameplay. So we want to kind of make some shakeups to the core game loop. And then 2, we want to start to integrate more elements of Web3. So that does mean, adding in things like the pixel token into the core game loop and really exploring what that looks like when we start to add in the Web3 incentive design, when it comes to growth, when it comes to user base, when it comes to all of that. So we're getting there. We're very, very close. But then when we think about like the prep, so we have to get to the token generation event, right? We need to release Pixel. But then what does that mean when we actually have Pixel out? So we have a core gameplay loop. We have some ideas of where we want to insert Pixel already. We have pets that we're teasing. We have all this stuff. But yeah, now I think the team is also starting to shift focus onto what it looks like to, maybe even shift up core gameplay loop and introduce some even new elements, stuff that you guys haven't seen yet. So we've been making some interesting moves in 2 areas, which you guys will see over the next 2 to 3 months. This is kind of us, testing some feelers on different types of gameplay and different ways that we might be able to engage the user base. So in this next promotion that we're about to release, hopefully next week, you're going to start to see us really push interoperability, and we're going to see, what we're able to do there and what that actually does for us, and if that moves the space forward in any way. Very, very excited about it. It's also kind of a bold move on our end too, so we'll see how that works out and if it pays off. But then 2, we obviously have the carnival coming out too. We teased that last month. We wanted to move this other promotion first, and then we'll do the carnival, and that'll be super fun. And in that carnival, we're putting together some pretty awesome like cross promotion with that as well too. We're working with a bunch of different NFT collections and Web3 companies to kind of integrate them into the game loops in the carnival as well. We have like 2 that we're just confirming right now, which are going to be really exciting. And probably more on the way too. So yeah, the idea is basically like, let's start to explore interoperability a ton, even more than we had before. Let's see if we can push the boundary in like a new way, to get even more attention in the Web3 space and to show people that Web3 actually unlocks like very interesting new types of gameplay that weren't possible before. And then 2, we want to start to experiment with like different elements of gameplay and see how those engage you guys. So right now, the game that you guys are playing and enjoying is the type of game that's very grindy, right? What we also want to start to experiment with is gameplay that doesn't feel as grindy. Like, some of you guys play for hours a day, and that's amazing. But we also want to start to build out experiences for people who have like 15 minutes a day, going more into like the casual route, and see like if there's a market or audience of people who like Web3 games, but maybe don't want to grind for hours? And can we build out gameplay that rewards that gameplay equally, just in different ways? So, you still have the core farming loop, but then if you want to engage in these other core loops too, you can come in every single day, play for like 15, 20 minutes and get back to farming. So then, yeah, those tie in really, really well with this promotion that we're about to release and the carnival as well too. So those two big things are coming. And then basically this is framing everything that we're doing with chapter 2 and the next stages as well. So yeah, this is an exciting AMA because this is going to be one of the last ones that we have for a bit, where it's like, okay, this is all the stuff that we're telling you that we're going to be doing. This is what's coming. This is what's coming. Like next AMAs will start to be like, this is what's out. This is what we're working on. We're going to be iterating. And you get to see all the work that we've been putting in for the last couple of months, in person, and you'll get to actually play it. So yeah, super excited for that, and really excited to see like what we learned from these experiments as well too. Yeah, I don't know. How are you feeling about things, Heidi?
Oh my God. I mean, there's two sides to this. I'm so excited. We've been working so hard and just trying to get everything out. And the other side of this is that I just drank coffee and I'm shaking. So it's like a mixture of like excitement and then like a hyper mode excitement. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's officially PSL season. So anyways.
It's not in September.
Oh my God. I'm in like a pre-fall outfit. I'm planning to like sew pumpkins with my sister later this week. We're into fall. Anyways, back to Pixels. I have a little leak to share for what's coming next week. Are we ready? Just a little tip you guys have been seeing. We're slowly starting to share just like little things about like what's coming next week. So make sure you're following us on Twitter. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to address. Last week, was that already a week ago? My goodness, when our Twitter account was compromised. If you spoke out against the tweet, you were immediately blocked. And I know a lot of great people were blocked. And unfortunately, it's impossible. It's very hard. Actually, maybe there's a place we can go look to see who we have blocked. But anyways, if you are blocked on Twitter, please message someone, spam us in Discord, say, unblock me, please. We will absolutely unblock you. I want to make sure that we aren't, that everyone that wants to be with us is with us on every platform. So first of all, that. And then back to what I was saying about what's going on next week. We have been starting to tweet a couple things. We've got, actually, I'm gonna share another little thing. We might have a new Twitter profile picture overlay coming really soon. And with that, I'm going to just show you one more little thing. Give me 1 second here. I always get like worried when I share my screen on here because the process to show is like a little complicated. And I'm like, I'm just going to like show the most random page. Not that I'm scared about like showing too much. I just like always feel like I'm going to mess up.
You can't give them too many leaks. No.
Like, all right, we're good.
Company plan.
So here is today's little leak, little show and tell. Yeah. I can't share too much more about what this room is and what it means and what you're going to do in here, but there's just like a little thing. All right. Nice. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So, yeah. Is everyone good? Did everyone take their screenshots? Everyone's okay. Yeah. So that's coming next week. And like I said, stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. We're going to be sharing some things here and there. And yeah, just keeping an eye out. Oh my God. I didn't realize people are making fun of me in the, of PSLs. PSLs are so good. Okay. I don't even know what it tastes like. It tastes like a dream. And you know what? I wasn't a coffee drinker or a PSL drinker like my whole life. And then I had one like 2 years ago and my life was changed. So
Heidi, what is PSL for people who might not know?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a pumpkin spice latte. It's coffee and milk and pumpkin flavored syrup, if I'm being honest. That's basically what it is, and it's delicious. Okay, so back to Pixels. Where is that? No, it's so good. Anyways, I'm like shaking and I've had half of like a small. So, all right.
So, I mean, yeah, you saw that leak. What we're trying to do here in this particular one is so we will be offering like prize pools. We want to start to experiment again with like how that increases engagement. That is the interesting stuff when it comes to Web3, right? To like give a little bit of stakes to something. We want you guys to um, have like some kind of stake and some kind of like risk involved with participating in the game. So yeah, we'll be adding a leaderboard to this. But what's interesting about this particular thing that we're about to release is you can't grind on it in the same way as some of the other promotions that we've done. So like with Tastemakers, with the Play the Airdrop, right? You guys, if you want to stay competitive in the leaderboard, you had to like play a really, really long time. And that's not what we're trying to encourage. You will have to play daily if you want to stay competitive on a leaderboard, most likely, but it won't be like hours and hours a day. Like really, you'll just have to play like 15 to 20 minutes a day to stay competitive. So yeah, it's exciting. And yeah, it'll be very similar to what Tastemakers was. If you guys remember Tastemakers, a lot of you really enjoyed that. And we're kind of building on top of.
I've seen
Tastemakers.
so many people making up all these kind of theories in Discord, and I love reading them. Keep going, they're amazing. Some of you hit the nail on the head, and then some of you are quite off. It's not Tastemakers. It's not a restaurant. Okay.
It's not a restaurant. So yeah, what we want to experiment here with though is like, can we create some element of competition that isn't like requiring like an insane amount of grind? And this one's going to be more like, one, you have to like use some detective skills in the way if you want to frame it like that, and then two, it's going to be a bit strategic as well. So we're trying to experiment with that more in the best way that we can with this current engine. And if it works well, then these are some of the things that we'll basically look into when we're developing more changes to the game loop when we talk about chapter 2. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to see you guys actually like engage with this. Oh, I see a leaderboard on that link. So yeah, we can't. I don't know. We'll be leaking more over the next week. We need to start posting on Twitter more after last week's incidents. So we'll keep engaging on Twitter and like leaking more and more over the next week, basically.
I love this. Like, is it a hotel? Do I need a pickaxe? Just a bunch of different things. It's awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, I think we'll have some pretty cool prizes for this too. There'll be some cool ones.
Okay. Yeah. So if you guys have any more questions about what's coming next week, feel free to ask. Can't guarantee we'll answer, but let us know. And yeah, if you have any other questions, throw them in the YouTube live chat. And of course, we are pulling some aside as we go here, and let's start diving into them. Oh yeah. So if you guys missed it, a couple weeks ago, we ran a really, really fun promotion. We were all so excited for this giveaway of your actual pet as a Pixels pet in game. And Ross won. If you head over to our Twitter, you can see the picture that he posted of his dog. That dog doesn't even look real. And I have the same breed of dog, and it was not biased. Some people were like, it's biased because they have the same dog. It's not true. The whole team decided on this. And it's just the most unbelievable picture. So you can go check it out. I'm so excited.
It looks like a stuffed animal. Like it doesn't look real.
So you can see that on our Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you guys didn't follow that too, what we're doing is we're recreating and like making a 1-to-1 of that dog as an NFT. And that'll be one of the pets that we actually mint as an NFT, which is really cool. I'm excited about that. Maybe we'll do another one like that because it's pretty fun. And why not?
All right. Okay. Someone asked, why am I smiling so much? Guys, it's the caffeine. Okay. I'm also just really happy to be here. Come on. All right. What happened with the botting situation? So as per usual, we can't share too many details about how we deal with bots, but we're looking at all of that. But I would say maybe a week or two ago, we had a little bit of more
So botting is an issue in any Web3 game. And if nobody's telling you their statistics around botting, then you can assume that other Web3 games might be like all bots. That is the secret in Web3 gaming that nobody wants to talk about. So there's different approaches that you can do with it, right? We ban bots all the time. And it looks like our user base, when it comes to new user accounts, at any given time is somewhere around like, we just said statistics earlier in this conversation. It looks like, we have about 100,000 monthly active wallets, about like 50 to 60,000 real monthly active users after we like scrape back and, remove all these bot accounts. It takes us about like 7 to 10 days to catch a bot account. And we remove them after about like 7 to 10 days typically. And yeah, I mean, we put a lot of active work into it. The interesting thing is bot detection in 2023 is actually completely broken in any company. So, you see Twitter deal with this. You see basically every Web2 company dealing with this now in like ways that we haven't seen before. It's interesting because it's partly AI related, where AIs are actually getting better at solving CAPTCHAs than humans are. And then there's also like MTurk farms and other areas too, where it's just like not very feasible to do the Web2 methods of bot detection anymore. So we put a lot of work and energy and effort into this. And yeah, we need to do a better job of like transparently showing this stuff. What I want to do is I want to start adding this data on chain. But yeah, just note that every Web3 game has a huge issue with this. We really care because it ruins the player experience. Also, we really care because bots are immediate sell pressure on the token. It's really bad for token economy health, and there's a bad incentive for us to have it. So, nobody cares about monthly active wallets because people are starting to be privy onto like, that being a terrible metric. Like monthly active wallets is the worst metric that you can give to a game's success in Web3. Like you'll see games like Alien Worlds have a ton of monthly active wallets, but in truth, like not to call anybody out, that game is probably 99% bots. I'm surprised that like 1% of the user base is real. What we care about is our real user base, and that's the only actual metric that we care about when we talk about growth or when we talk about like increasing that kind of stuff. Because real players are obviously the ones who are going to be using the tokens in the way that we want them to use it. They're going to hopefully be engaging with the core game mechanics. They're going to be like enjoying the game. That's who we're catering this all towards. So it's in our best interest to make sure that bots get removed from the game as quick as possible. We put a ton of work and energy and effort into that. And yeah, sometimes we miss them. Like sometimes they'll come out with new ways to get around the ways that we've been detecting them early on. And yeah, we try our best. But then that's why we're super excited about the Pixel token. We have new stuff coming out. And we have like different methods to distribute the Pixel token that ideally, like obviously we'll have to like play around with this, will not have the Pixel token getting into the hands of bots as much. The Pixel token, instead of being distributed through the game directly, will be only distributed through the rewards dashboard. And we'll be able to be a lot more targeted with how we give it. So it's really advantageous for us to be able to let people earn berry in the game immediately when they start playing. But then that also means that bots can earn it in the game when they start playing. The Pixel token will be a bit different. For the Pixel token, what we really want to encourage is we want to encourage people who progress through the game further. We want to encourage people who like grow the ecosystem, who refer new friends, all that kind of stuff. So the rewards will be more set up towards good players and also landowners. So bots don't own land, or maybe like one bot owns land. But if we create systems where we're distributing more of the token to people who purchase VIP, landowners, specifically like landowners who own multiple lands, and players who've been playing for a long time or progress through the game a bit more, that means that we'll be giving the token to real users more, which is what we want to do and we care about more.
Okay. Someone in the game asked why we're wearing our pajamas. I'm not. Mine has cherries on it.
This is like this is a shirt. This is like the nicest shirt I've worn in a while.
Why you think that? But I swear I'm at WeWork.
I have a collar on.
Okay. Let's see. Any Halloween quests coming? I can't say anything yet, but we all know I love a good holiday themed event. So we'll see. Oh, this was funny. Yeah. Pixels super leak. There, that was what I posted earlier. That was the PSL. Okay.
I got one. This is funny because I haven't even told the team yet, but I literally just sent out an offer to a game designer today. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about them. Seems like a very good fit. Yeah, what I was looking for, I interviewed a lot of candidates, probably interviewed like 40, 50 people. And what we were looking for was somebody with free to play experience. Particular person that we just sent out an offer to seems like a very good fit. Yeah, very excited to potentially have them on. So we'll see if that one works out. Definitely our top choice. They've worked on some really awesome games before, and like have a pretty good skill fit with what we're trying to do over the next stages, which is, things like game progression, core loop adjustments. We're probably going to focus on the secondary game loop as well too, and like kind of dial that in for chapter 2 as well. I think this person's a really good fit, so very excited on them. Yeah, that's news, Heidi.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize we sent out an offer yet, so there you go. You guys are learning.
That was literally like 5 minutes before this call.
Amazing. I'm very excited. Very, very excited about that. Okay. Any news on New Cyber? So we did mention this, I think, last week. They have hired a developer, so we'll see what comes from them. I'm really excited that they're moving forward and getting stuff in there. So it'll be great.
Yeah, what I want to do with them is, I want them to build a specific mini game. So what's interesting with New Cyber is like they're willing to take some risks too. So I think we want to start to experiment with some other types of gameplay. And I think there's some interesting stuff that we can do with them now that they have a developer and they're like, starting to build some stuff where we can start to integrate some stuff into their game loop first. That takes like a bit of a different direction or different risk. They have the dev power to do it. Perfect time to try stuff out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Very exciting. So in 32 minutes exactly, Mayor Flexit is having his first of 2 mayor energy parties. So make sure, I know you guys are getting a small booster in the theater right now, but maybe go and like chop some trees real quick or something like that, because the mayor party is happening right after the AMA in 30 minutes. So it is on land 458. There is a Discord event. It's also in the Discord announcement. And of course, we'll probably hang out for a few minutes after this and we'll show you and all of that. So get ready for that. I'm very excited. Okay. This is a good question. Why does New Cyberland have the same benefits as Pixels Lands? So this was something that, go on.
Yeah. So I think that was just, sorry, is your connection bugging out a bit, Heidi? Or is it mine?
I don't know. It seems totally fine to me.
Okay, probably mine then. Great. But either way, yeah, no. So this is not supposed to happen. Like New Cyber Land should have benefits inside of a New Cyber tenant, but it shouldn't have the same benefits towards the Pixel game loop. So this is something that we need to fix. Because that doesn't quite make sense. But in New Cyber it should have unique benefits in the New Cyber tenant. So yeah, we'll fix that and get that in.
Okay. Okay, we kind of already addressed a lot of the questions that I'd pulled aside, but so where does Tastemakers 2 with the previous schedule was due after Carnival, and you said it'd be pushed forward? Okay, so first of all, it is not Tastemakers 2. If you go to Twitter, I leaked the name of the event. So go to Twitter, it's hashtag, and I wrote it. So go look there. It is not Tastemakers 2. So originally our plan was to release Carnival first and this afterwards. And then for various reasons, we decided to flip it. And now we're pushing this next week. So get ready for that.
This is some alpha though. I think Tastemakers 2 might get built on top of what we're about to release later. So that's kind of cool if we make that happen.
Oh yeah, I pulled this question aside. I don't know if you're joking or not, but I thought I'd address it anyways. We all know Elon Musk has kind of done a thing recently and rebranded Twitter to be X. Yeah. And this is something I'm trying to figure out what I should be saying now, because it's not technically retweet, it's repost. What do we call the post? Is it just a post? It's not a tweet anymore. And then I post in our Discord like, oh, going over to Twitter/X. So you might see that I'm probably going to start writing X in brackets Twitter. And I'm sorry if that's annoying, but I don't really know what else to say with that. But yes, Twitter has rebranded.
I mean, I don't mind saying X. I just like, if I'm just going to keep saying Twitter by accident.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. They were like, from my perspective, one of the most the early and very prominent social platforms that is still relevant today. So it's crazy that something that feels like almost historic in a way has rebranded. So yeah, it's going to be very hard to remove the little blue bird from everyone's vocabulary. Okay. Any questions you wanted to answer?
Side note, good turnout in the theater today.
I know, it's great. And you should have seen it though, because I put a portal in Terravilla and people are always like, the mass crowd around where I usually put the portal when I arrive to put the portal
love that.
there.
Oh, we need to do that for this promotion. The coolest thing ever was when there was like that line outside of the restaurant for tastemakers, like literally like an opening. I love that.
I know, I loved that. That was great. But yeah, it's so funny because as you guys know, we do these AMAs every single week and nothing is incredibly structured about them, which is why they're so great, in my opinion. We're just coming to hang out and answer questions with you and all of that. But a couple of things that everyone has come to expect is a small energy booster in the theater and me putting a portal that takes you straight to the theater. And so
the ritual.
You have to keep in mind that like I'm performing these actions as I think of them. So sometimes the energy is there early, sometimes it's late, sometimes the portal isn't there immediately, sometimes it's there 10 minutes early, and everyone always complains. So you know what, guys? It's going to be flexible. So if you want to get to the theater, walk. All right. Let's see. YGG quest for everyone. Okay, so because of all the chaos that happened last week, I wasn't actually super involved with the most recent YGG event. But yes, I do believe they are for everyone. Follow them on Twitter. You can hop on their Discord. Legion in our community is very connected with them, so you can chat with him about upcoming events. But yeah, they're open to everyone.
Yeah, and yeah, YGG, I am really liking them lately. YGG is a super strong community. I think we'll start to do some more stuff with them. And yeah, we've been talking to that team a little bit. I really, really like what they're up to. I think that they have like a pretty strong roadmap in the future as well. And then, yeah, I was pretty impressed by the stuff that Legion and the rest of the YGG people were able to come up with for that promotion. So yeah, we'll keep doing some stuff with them, I think. Yeah, very, very interested in the future with them.
Okay. I thought someone just wrote this. Will my hamburgers disappear from my inventory before Tastemakers too? You shouldn't have burgers from that in your inventory. It wasn't a. If you do, please reach out to the team on our help center because that is an error.
It's a relic.
It's a bug. Okay. Assuming someone already asked us, but curious about the other spec tweet. There you go, guys. There's the name of the promotion next week. And all I'm going to say is I did leak something a little more on today's live sesh. So I would hop over to Discord and ask people what they saw, because I'm sure there are some screenshots out there. And follow us on Twitter. Just stick around. There's going to be a lot more coming for you guys over the next week as we approach the launch. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Dom's birthday's on Friday. So I don't know what we should do. Everyone spam him in Discord and we'll see. Dom is one of our community team members. If you're not aware, he is a wonderful human being. Probably one of the kindest people I've ever met. So
first hire at Pixels too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wild. All right. Any collabs coming? Anything we can talk about?
Yeah, I don't want to leak any of them now, but yeah, what's cool is like there's some interesting stuff and like some annoying stuff about like, we're getting bigger now. We're like getting access to bigger and better collabs. Now there's all this like paperwork, NDAs, things like that we have to sign around collabs. It's lame. But yeah, we can't leak this stuff basically. But yeah, we have some cool stuff in the works now, and I'm really excited about what we're about to release. And that's kind of the point too. Like what we want to do is we want to go further into interoperability than we have before. And that means more unique collaborations than just avatar collections. So, there's some interesting opportunities with things like the carnival that we're about to do, where it's like, okay, can we work with other NFT collections in interesting ways that might, get more engagement, might bring more like brand equity to both of us, and do some like stuff like that. Where we're working on that, we have other stuff in the pipeline too. So yeah, I'm all about collabs. Like, I think that's the coolest part about Web3, like figuring out how you can do more collabs. Web3, I don't think it's a zero sum game. I think the more people that you work with and the more like cross NFT or like cross Web3 promotions you can do, the better. And I don't know why more people don't take advantage of it. It's like, I feel like we're the ones that are just like pushing this forward. And I feel like other people are slow onto it. Like, we already know the avatar integrations are interesting things. Now what we want to do at Pixels is we want to start to explore and like mix things up even more. Like, is there like deeper interoperability that we can do? So, I mean, yeah, if you guys want us to collab with somebody, we're really open to collaborating with anybody. What we need is strong introductions. So if you have somebody like Habo NFT and you want us to work with them, there's basically two routes you can go. Spam both of us on Twitter, or if you actually have a strong introduction to one of those groups, like if like the founder, if like one of those people, and that's something we can actually work with. And like, we're always open to chatting with these collections. So, however you want to do that. But yeah, we're always open to talking to people, and let us know if you guys like, if you are just another NFT collection or like a Web3 project out there and want to collab, like feel free to hit us up, open a ticket or fill out one of our forms, or, just bug a community member, or message a Twitter account. And yeah, we'll see if we can make something happen. We're always very open.
Okay. Oh yeah. There was one burger in Pixels before Tastemaker's launch. You're right. There was. Were you able to eat it? I don't remember. Oh my God. It feels like so long ago. There was. It was like, we did like a very small, easy quest as like a sneak peek of what was to come. And it gave you a burger. I don't remember what you did with it though. Anyways, we'll see. Someone else will remember. So, okay. Oh yeah, this is funny. Wait, no hamburgers between mining. No hamburgers, but there might be something else that's edible. So you'll have to wait and see. All right. Can we expect TGE this year since you are trying to get metrics up a little more?
Yeah, I mean, the TGE will come when it comes, but I mean, that's our biggest priority essentially, because we think it unlocks the next elements of what we want to do. I've been singularly focused on TGE for a while, and like, to me, that's the thing that we need to do, right? So we're gonna do it, but we have to do it right. So believe me, we're working on it. It's all I think about, and yeah, we're slowly and steadily getting there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you could eat it. You could eat it and it would give you 77 energy. So eat or store or sell. So yeah, it was just a edible item. So if you want it to disappear from your inventory, sell or eat it. There's your answer. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there can't be that many in the game right now. Rare item for sure.
I don't think so. All right. Oh yeah, someone just said this earlier. Hey gang, popped in to say what's good. You guys, hope you guys are feeling good. Never stress too much. It's a long journey and a new one that I'm happy to be a part of. Thank you for your kind words. Honestly, it's so nice getting messages like this from you guys. It means the world to us. Thank you so much for your kind words, but also just being here in this journey with us. We wouldn't be here without every single one of you standing in the theater right now. Seriously. So
100%. Yeah, last week was a stressful week. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it didn't just affect me; it affected my family, which is crazy. So yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff really helps. Like, being a Web3 is not easy. It's really difficult, especially as a founder in a space where it's like, I have to worry about like a bunch of stuff like that now. And yeah, this kind of stuff really helps. So yeah, just continue to be wholesome, continue to be like all of that. Like, us as a team, I don't know. I'm driven by this kind of stuff. Like, honestly, the thing that's the most motivating to me as we build out Pixels is the fact that all of you are here, the fact that all of you really care about this, the fact that you guys want to see this better. It's so motivating. So Yeah, keep doing that. That does really help. Like honestly, if you guys could think about like if you guys could say to yourselves like if there's one thing I could do to help Pixels, it would be this. It would be being positive. It would be just like being there with us, like understanding the things that we're trying to do, like showing some empathy. So yeah, I really appreciate when you guys have this. Like it does feel like we're all in this together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Dang. So many
This is
people want fishing. You know what's
relevant.
oh
Yes,
nice.
it absolutely is.
Yeah, that's a
Bruising.
cool thing, right? Well, yeah, the cool thing about Pixels is like nobody in Web3 gaming knows what's going to work. And I think it's really arrogant when I see some, people, especially even like the AAA studios or like some people I talk to in this space that haven't released anything yet that just act like they know what's going to work because they haven't been in the space yet. They don't know what it's like to have like a live Web3 game. It's different. And it is really exciting that we get to be here and like make something new and like we're on the forefront of like some very interesting new technology and new industry and all of us get to try this together. There's something like very exciting about that for sure, and the fact that we like get to all work on this and like mess up and like fix mistakes together, it's fun. Yeah, so let's talk about this one. This is hilarious because
Wait. He's about to tell us he hates fishing, so we'll never get it because he hates us.
No. So many people are asking for one fishing, and it's funny because it's like game designer that we're putting an offer towards kind of changed my mind on fishing.
Oh.
It's like a big proponent of it. So yeah, that's funny. Maybe we will do it. There's some interesting benefits of fishing. We will never do it like Stardew Valley though. I absolutely refuse that one. I hate Stardew Valley fishing, but there's other fishing maybe I do. I like real fishing. So yeah, fishing could be a good game mechanic.
I have to admit, Stardew Valley, I haven't played it nearly as much as you have. I'm going to start by saying that. And I hadn't played it in over a year. So when I had COVID last week, I picked it up and I was playing it a lot. I don't get it, fishing at all. I don't understand. Like I dove really hard into mining because it makes sense to me. Fishing, I don't get it. Like I don't understand how that. Anyway, hopefully we can do it better. Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, the cool part about Stardew Valley fishing is like you have to go to different areas to get different fish. Like if you go in the sewers and stuff like that, you get like sewer fish.
Sewer fish. Anyways, we are running low on questions, so if you guys have any more, make sure you throw them in the YouTube live chat. I don't really want to end this one early today because we've got the mayor party in 15 minutes. So yeah, let's keep it going. Mayor party on 458. Don't forget, I will put portals everywhere because y'all lazy and it'll be easy to get there. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, this was a question. When will glitches be fixed for Android players? Yes, so this is something that actually I was talking with the team a lot about today. I'm really sorry it's taken so long for us to try and figure out what's going on with that, but it is something that we are focused on getting fixed because obviously we don't want to cause it, like we want you guys logging in and playing, so it is something that we are taking seriously and looking into. And once again, I'm sorry for the delay on this. It's just a little trickier.
When chapter 2? So I think what I want to do is line up chapter 2 with the TGE date. And that I think that's the best time to do it, where it's like we introduce some new game mechanics, some gameplay, and have the token out at the same time. I think that makes the most logical sense to do that. So yeah, that's all I can say on that one.
That was for you, Nelly.
Yeah, when NPC date allowed. This is maybe something that I want to experiment with. I don't know. Again, I think we talked about this in another AMA. Like Stardew Valley dating, honestly, I didn't think I was going to engage with that game mechanic. I'm like, there's no way I want. This is weird. I thought this was weird at first, but then I became obsessed with with one of the NPCs in Stardew Valley. I really needed them to like actually want to dance with me. So yeah, that's an interesting game mechanic. There's something interesting there too if we wanted to start to experiment with AI stuff, again, like if I don't know how we test this to like see if it's good engagement or not, but that could be something that we try out soon. Just as like a one-off experiment. I really think that we could get a dev to like get a prototype of it done in like a week or two, and that might be worth putting the resources just to kind of experiment with that. Is a prize pool for next week berry or items? I prefer items like the tikis as a landowner as they are useful. So the prize pool one will be there'll be some good prizes like some NFTs that are already like on chain from other collections. We'll probably give out some ERC20s that aren't ours as well. And then we'll also offer some things like berry, and we'll do some in-game items as well too, like the tikis. So it'll be a mix of this. Like we want to experiment with like different types of prizes.
There's a really cool idea for an in-game item, and I really hope we move forward with it because I'm so excited if it works. Oh my god, you guys are gonna die. Okay, anyways, going back to some questions. Any update on liquidity provision for Berry?
You can't update that right now. Just note that I don't know how much I can say on this actually. Yeah, just note we're thinking about it. And you'll probably hear some news on stuff around Barry pretty soon. And that's all I can say.
When Luke completes 5 quests, you got a new game. Come on. Honestly, some of the wine not quests have been in my thing forever because they're so difficult to finish. My goodness. Okay. Let's see some questions. What's the hold up for displaying energy recharge rate and display timer in Sauna? Okay, so if the honest answer to this is that we have been working on a million different things, including the carnival and the other spec that's coming next week. We're also doing a little bit of a Terravilla redesign, which includes a redesign of the sauna and the pool. And so all of that is kind of coming together. And that's why there's been a little bit of a delay on like this specifically coming out. And it's because it's actually going to be different. So that's the honest answer. I agree with you. I'm so sorry this has taken so long to get out, but that is why. Okay, some of you guys are suggesting, can we get some answers to Canny, some good questions and suggestions in there? Absolutely. So we are always going through it. And another question in here was like us actually going through Canny on the AMA. So I might be able to prepare some points that we can go through, but we can't just go through everything that's been put on Canny because it actually takes a lot of back and forth between the design and the development team of like, okay, this is a great idea. Is it feasible? Is it a direction we want to go in? Does this make sense? So it's not just like Luke and I being like, that's sick, let's do it, right? It takes like a whole team. So it wouldn't really make sense for us to do that live with you guys, but maybe we can go through some of the ones that might be like fun to discuss with you and like flesh out a little bit more. That could be really fun.
Yeah, no, I go through the Canny almost every day. I think it's super important for us to look at that. And yeah, I don't think we have that Slack integration anymore, but I think that is important. But yeah, do we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it goes right into our Slack every single like time something's posted as well, so everybody sees it. Yeah, it's really important that the team has visibility into this kind of stuff. So note that if you are putting stuff in Canny, like it is getting read. And like we think about this kind of stuff a lot. Again, like it's really important that we build stuff that you guys want. Like that is the most important part of all of this. That's why we build in public. That's why we build with all of you guys, because we want to build stuff that you guys want. Like building stuff that we want is silly. It's got to be what you want. And then sometimes, we have to help like and offer some things that you guys wouldn't have thought about. And like that's part of our job too, to like think outside the box and come up with new ideas. But you guys are all like pretty good at this stuff. Like you guys have a lot of good ideas too.
Sorry. This is regarding the quests that you haven't finished. They do. It's true. Okay. Let's see here. When merch. Yeah. Okay. So we're waiting to do merch for when we launch something else that we can't really talk about publicly yet. So I can't give you a confirmed date until we know the confirmed date of the other thing. So it's coming. It's coming. I promise. I haven't wanted anything more than to share this with you guys. So it's coming very, very soon. Oh, God, I wish I could give you a more confirmed date. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, remember there's a mayor energy party after the AMA at Farm 458. Yes, and I'll put up some portals in places so you guys can go. And there will be like full, what's it called? Full energy there. The AMAs always have just like a little booster. That'll be like full booster. So Ren Pixels IRL meetup. People have asked this question to us a few times, and as some of you guys may know, Luke and I and some other team members have gone to various conferences and events, mostly in North America, and we always tell the community when we're there, and not many people show out. They don't. Like, we've met a handful of you all, but literally a handful, like not as many as I would have hoped. But I get it. You know, we have a very international user base, and not everyone can just drop what they're doing to go and like say hi to us at a conference.
So I think I will be at Token 2049 now. I kept getting asked if I was going to be there enough times, or it's like, I guess I need to go. Yeah, might be at Korea Blockchain Week. I'm still iffy on that one, but we'll be at Token 2049. So if any of you are there, it's in Singapore. Yeah, I'm like fairly certain I'll be there.
And when is that one?
It's like, I think it's September 13th, 14th, 15th.
Oh my gosh, so like very soon you're going. Yeah. You're going. That's fun. Okay. 2049 is too far in the future. Sorry. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got a few more minutes here. If you guys have any questions, maybe I might start prepping. Or no, it's too early to start prepping for the energy party, because if I put the portals there, people will go through them and it's not ready yet. Do you guys have any other questions? Did we miss any? Just throw them in the YouTube live chat again. Any good candidates for game design position? So Luke shared earlier that he literally sent out a contract to someone like 5 minutes before we went live. I didn't even know that he'd sent the contract yet. Like, that's the fresh information. So there is someone that hopefully will be joining us very, very soon, and I am very excited for that. Okay.
Any landowner gameplay loops being planned? So yeah, this is one thing that we want to think about more. And like we tweeted out the other day, we might be doing some like big core loop changes eventually. And this is the kind of stuff that we're thinking about, where it's like, okay, can we actually orient gameplay to land ownership a bit more? Can we provide more value to owning land in the game loop? Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff we're thinking about a lot. And yeah, this is definitely top of mind, essentially. Just thinking about how we can kind of incorporate more elements of this kind of stuff and then like really mix up core gameplay a little bit. The core gameplay right now is, it's interesting, right? But there's some things that we might be able to do to make it more interesting. And that's what we're kind of thinking about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So also Wenberry 2.0, there is potential that we do a second contract that adds in blacklisting functionality. That's something that we've been thinking about. And there's one event that we have planned that might make sense to do that, where we might need a new contract anyways. So yeah, I think we'll add that. So Berry 2.0 will probably add blacklisting just to help with bot accounts that we miss initially and then find them later, or like the bot aggregate accounts. So yeah, we'll think about that.
Okay, I'm going to start setting up.
And somebody asked about the SEC ruling. Yeah, okay, so there's so many SEC rulings lately. It's been going back and forth, right? It's not very clear where the SEC is standing on, some elements of crypto. And it seems like they're more aggressively pursuing certain areas as well. It's nice as a startup, we get some advantages of just like getting a little bit less attention early on in the space. We don't have to fight the same battles that some other companies have to fight. But yeah, obviously, the more attention that we get, the more we have to think about this kind of stuff. Again, my standing on all this stuff is we're doing everything the right way. Token doesn't have any direct value accrual to it. When we talk about the Pixel token, it's an in-game token. We have a game out. We've been having an in-game. We've been having a game out before we even did the token. The rules are generally very confusing. They're very anti-innovation. It's very unfortunate, that we even have to deal with this because we're just a startup that's trying to build a new and interesting space, and to have to deal with so much uncertainty from regulation is quite obnoxious. We just want to make a game at the end of the day. So yeah, we're following all the guidelines as best as we can to the fullest extent. We have a game. Our token is a strict utility token. No value accrual, no staking, nothing like that. So, I mean, we should be in the clear. But yeah, again, even if we follow the rules, it doesn't always seem like it matters to the SEC right now.
I'm up in portals. Oh, I almost went through it. All right, 3 more minutes, guys. You don't have to go through the portal yet because technically it doesn't start for another 3 minutes, but we're setting up. We're getting ready to go. Someone was asking about why you have 2 shoes in your inventory. I kind of feel like you should give one of them away.
Who wants one?
All right. Who doesn't have a pair of shoes and wants it? If they have a pair, come on. Well, let's hope they don't. If you have a pair already, give it to someone else.
Ihor. Oh, I gotta give it to the snail. Are these people AFK or why are they rejecting me?
Probably that's what happens when I throw events sometimes and I'm trying to give someone some butter brew or something and they don't respond. I'm always so frustrated. Take my butter brew. All right, 1 more minute. There's a couple portals. There's one in Terravilla Central, and then there's one in the theater. So you guys can hop to 458 very quickly.
Take my shoes.
Oh, someone just tried to trade me something. Oh, okay. People just see me in game now and assume I'm going to give them things. People constantly try to trade me.
Nice. Yeah.
No,
see, this
not right now. All right, less than a minute.
Oh, X.
All right, we have started the energy on 458. So I would highly recommend you go there because it is much higher than the theater. And the theater, I'm also about to remove.
Four, 5, 8.
458. Yeah, there's a portal. If you're not on stage, actually, you can remove. Or hold on, I'll come do it.
I think I need to refresh.
Walls on in the theater removed, and now all of you guys can head through the portal. Should I just put it in the center and make everyone go through it if they move? No, I'll leave it on the side. It's a decision.
This is a nice farm also. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Flepsid?
Yeah, Mayor Flepsid. So this is the first of 2 energy parties.
Oh, we got the this is Pixel Cat Club or something, right?
Which one? Yeah, and that's what so that's a remake of his NFT, which you guys might have seen walking around Terravilla, and that's also what the little avatar head is. So yeah, everyone, let's swap over to those, to the little cat head. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait till we can make stuff like this interactive.
No, me too. Okay, everyone swap over to the green cat head. We need everyone in a green cat head here.
Thank you. Nice. Good turnout. People are farming last minute.
Okay, someone said, give the farmers more about the glacia and botanical. I can't share any more information about that yet, but like I've said, pay attention to Twitter. We're going to be posting, sorry, X. We're going to be posting more there, more leaks in anticipation for what's coming out next week. So stay tuned. Very excited.
Oh, is that YGG at the top? Those people all coordinated.
Oh yeah, they always wear the hat of the rainbow suit.
Cute.
Any more green cat heads though? Come on, guys. It's Flepsid's party.
I kind of want to join that actually. Nice. I am YGG.
Yeah, strong turnout. Awesome. Yeah, and this is Dom. I think this might be his new NFT. I don't know. He was posting about it earlier. I don't know if it's new or not, but I love the little like cloud of fire smoke or something that he's sitting on. That's great.
Nice. We approved this one. I guess there's demand.
Oh, Steam is going live on Unlonely.
Oh, that's Pudgy Penguin. Nice. Vanquish.
Oh, while we're just hanging out here, I'll mention for our Discord community, we added another channel called Info and Recaps. And it's basically where we're just going to post like information that people in the community might find more helpful. So things like AMA recaps, those often kind of get lost in the feed. We do pin them, but still it's great to have like a spot for these things. So yeah, you can get the role to be notified when we post in the roles channel. I recommend it because we're just going to post helpful information. Farmhands can also post in it. So it's not just like coming from me or the community team. It's actually like community members, the farmhands and stuff posting. I'm hoping that we'll end up posting things like, you know, the infographics in there, any helpful content, literally anything that might just be like helpful information for people to know. So yeah, you can get the role in roles. And I think Dom wrote notes for this AMA, so I think they'll probably be posted there quite soon.
Nice. Still funneling in. How many people are here right now? Do we know?
I think it was like 130.
Nice.
Let me look. You can look on they moved where you find how many people there are. So click on the chat.
That's yeah. I actually lost it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I know it
150.
moved. I was confused
Nice.
for a minute there.
150 people on this farm. That's
Yeah,
cool. Let's make this the smallest gathering we have from now on. Everyone needs to be bigger. Next week, let's see 160. Week after that,
you know, you saying that is a bit of a leak for something that's coming.
It is.
It kind of is. And that's all we're gonna say. Only 29
Oh,
people.
Yeah. Only 29. Yeah, so it's interesting because it doesn't always count the concurrent viewers on the count. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's like how some people view the AMA. Like if it's on Twitter, if they view it on YouTube. It's like, yeah, I think it only shows you the count on each platform.
YouTube. Yeah, it's never really correct.
Yeah,
but who cares anyway? Like 29 people, if they're incredible 29 farmers, we're so happy to have them all.
So many VIPs too. Ooh, I like these Foxy Fams. Those are good ones too. I do have one. I like the frog on the head though. I haven't seen that yet. That's a cool trait. I think mine has a chicken on the head.
Oh my goodness.
We all like flexing.
Is Dom's birthday also energy party? I don't know. What should we do for Dom's birthday, guys? Does it count in the YouTube pop-up in the game? I don't know. I think sometimes it's a bit confusing.
Tibbs. Nice. Okay, good AMA, guys. Energy on this one was good. Yeah, honestly, I needed this after last week. This was energizing. Appreciate this, everybody.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hellish week last week. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. This has been like fun, relaxing, and we also just like love meeting up with you guys in game. Seam, I think Katie from Seam is going live on Unlonely now. If you want to head over there and continue to listen to some, I think she usually talks about Pixels. So, hop over there, listen to some Pixels gameplay. And yeah, we will see you next week. But like I've said many times, pay attention to Twitter/X. So sorry, I found this really funny how they wrote Musk Boy. Pay attention to X, Twitter, whatever. We're going to be posting more leaks here and there as we gear up for next week. Very excited about it. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but thank you. We will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Thanks.